Western Conference Finals.
This time without making it a nail-biting finish.
I feel like we got to be tighter as a group, and we know that, and so focus moves to game 2.
Can we keep them off the score sheet? If not, can we outscore them?
We're live at Ball Arena previewing the action.
60s and 70s felt pretty good today. Coming up, we'll see some 80s heading into the weekend.
And removing barriers for more than 1 million would-be employees in the state.
We're going in depth on the new law giving Coloradans an easier time at a second chance.
In one fell swoop, this act eliminates the biggest barrier to success for over 1 million Coloradans.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Shannon Ogden.
And I'm Jacqueline Allen. Avs fans, it's almost time for Game 2.
Puck will drop in about an hour at Ball Arena. Ball Arena is where we find Denver 7 Sports Director Lionel Bienvenu.
And Lionel, the Avs could definitely use the 2-0 lead before they head across the border to Oilers territory.
Boy, Jacqueline, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals here tonight. It is a chance for the Avs to win and go up 2-0 and take control of this series. But it's also a chance for the Oilers to win and tie it up 1-1 going back home. And they would feel a lot of confidence at that point. But remember, the Avs lost Game 2 right here against the Blues in the previous series, but they went to St. Louis and won Games 3 and 4. So we'll see. I got to believe Edmonton is different, though. Firepower all over the place. But of course, the same with the Avs. We have a new goalie for the Avs tonight. Pavel Francouz replaces the injured Darcy Kemper. So the Avs defense in front of Frankie has got to be better than Game 1. Now the Avs know they can't give up 6 games again. They don't think they're going to score 8 goals again. Expect this game to be different.
In any sort of game, especially in the playoffs, when teams are down, they push, and the teams are so good that usually they make things happen, because they're here for a reason. So I think for us, we just need to be harder in certain situations around the net and getting pucks out and being harder around the walls. There's just plays that need to be made, just harder.
I think you saw the offensive guys win the battle in Game 1 on both sides of us and them, and I think that you'll expect it to tighten down a little bit here. You just with the talent and speed that's like you say on display in this series, there's going to be times when they make plays, but you got to just limit those opportunities to, I would say worse areas of the ice if you can, and you got to continue to check hard. If you have any lapses in your game, they'll exploit them.
Okay, so Frankie is in net for the Avalanche. 40-year-old Mike Smith is back in net for the Oilers after giving up 6 goals in Game 1 and getting yanked in the second period. So, what to expect tonight? Expect the unexpected, as we all know. That's what usually happens in the Stanley Cup playoffs. All right, that's it for now. We'll be back later tonight at 8 o'clock with an update on Local 3 and also the post-game show live after the NBA game. For now, that's it. Let's go back to you, Shannon.
A lot going on. Lionel, looking forward to it. Thank you. And the fans going to the game tonight likely paid a pretty penny for their seats. StubHub says the average price for tonight's game, about $400. And ticket sales for Game 2 jumped nearly 60% in the last 48 hours. And if you're thinking about picking up a last-minute ticket, the lowest tickets right now we can find are $160 on StubHub.
All right, if you want to save your money, but you still want to get the arena experience, Ball Arena will be hosting watch parties for Games 3 and 4. Now, of course, those games will be played in Canada, but you can watch with fellow Avs fans on the Jumbotron, and all of those tickets, including front row seats, are just $10 each. And we can't forget tonight, Colorado has a finalist in the National Scripps Spelling Bee. 12-year-old Vikram Raju is from Aurora. This will be his second shot at the top prize. He actually placed 21st last year, but there are only 12 people in the finals this year, right. So Vikram's already surpassed his 2021 ranking.
Finals start at 6 o'clock tonight, and you can find it on the ION network. And we also have Game 1 of the NBA Finals tonight. Celtics take on the Warriors in San Francisco, and the game is on Denver 7, right after Denver 7 News at 6. Tip-off at 7, followed by a special Denver 7 News right after the game.
Developing right now, pre-evacuation orders have been issued for a new wildfire burning in Pueblo. This is happening at Lake Maniqua, that's southwest of downtown Pueblo. No word yet on how large this fire is, but you can see huge plumes of smoke coming from it. We don't know yet how it started either. Also in Pueblo, rescue crews are working to free 2 workers trapped in a coal pile at a power plant. Rescue crews have been working since about 9 a.m. to free these 2 workers who are believed to be buried under 40 to 50 feet of coal at the Comanche generating station. Now, still no word yet on how they were trapped.
A 2-day law enforcement summit in Denver focusing on fentanyl began today. Now, agencies from all over the state are talking about ways to control the fentanyl surge here in Colorado. State troopers confiscated more than 200 pounds of the drug so far this year, and that's more than all the fentanyl collected last year. State Attorney General Phil Weiser was also at the summit today. He says the problem can be traced back decades.
This problem started in the 1990s with prescription pills. We had a generation get addicted to these pills. Then the cartels came in selling heroin. Now they're selling fentanyl. We need a multi-pronged response to this crisis, including education and awareness right now that people might think they're buying a pill, but it's actually fentanyl.
And tonight, we're going to go in depth on the fentanyl problem in Colorado and on this summit. You can watch that tonight at 6 and after the NBA game.
Tonight, we've learned 2 doctors, a receptionist, and a patient were the victims in yesterday's shooting at a hospital campus in Tulsa, Oklahoma. In a letter written by the shooter, he blamed one of the doctors for the ongoing pain following back surgery. The suspect also purchased the AR-15 rifle he used in the shooting just 1 hour beforehand. We're also learning new details about the Robb Elementary School shooting that killed 19 students and 2 teachers. A Texas state senator says the commander at the scene during the shooting was not informed of the panicked 911 calls from students inside classrooms begging for police help. That senator is calling the lack of communication a, quote, total system failure.
And according to the Washington Post, the U.S. now has averaged more than 1 mass shooting per day this year. And not a single week in 2022 has passed without at least 4 mass shootings. And tonight, President Biden is set to address all these recent shootings and the need for Congress to pass some common sense gun safety laws. That will be at 5:30 our time, and once it begins, we will bring it to you on the air.
Right now, unemployment in the U.S. is hovering around 3.5%. So that's good for the economy, but it is leaving a lot of employers looking for people to fill positions.
Denver 7 political reporter Megan Lopez shows us a new Colorado law that could help with that.
At the Goodwill store in Castle Rock, the mission is written on the wall, a promise to provide opportunity through the power of work.
We're a second chance, third chance employer.
Goodwill employs about 2,800 people in the state, but like most other companies,
This is easily the tightest labor market I've ever seen.
they're having a tough time finding workers.
We're all struggling. We're all trying to hire from the same pool of employees.
Goodwill alone needs about 200 more employees. They've raised wages, improved benefits, but still struggle. That's
It's official.
where Colorado lawmakers come in. They passed, and this week Governor Polis signed a new law automatically sealing some criminal records after a set amount of time for nonviolent offenses, something supporters say will remove a big barrier to employment.
It's estimated that roughly 1.3 million Coloradans have a record in Colorado that could be eligible to be sealed in the coming years. What we found in other states, once their records have been sealed, their earning potential goes up by 25%. That's huge.
Goodwill already hires these applicants.
They're reliable, they're hungry, they want to change their lives, and we're offering that opportunity.
So does People's Pickles.
Pickles is a thing that everybody likes.
Owner Marcus Weaver spent nearly a year in jail and knows what it's like to need a second chance.
While I was in my period of getting in trouble, I knew I wanted something better for myself.
Now with his pickle company, he's offering that opportunity.
So I work with a lot of people who are coming out of prison, the local jail here, and they always want more than just a job, you know. They want to learn how to run their own business and be an entrepreneur.
And this one was my very first one.
Helping people like Ramey Johnson.
The best feeling that I ever had in my life. To get a pay stub, now I'm talking about a prison pay stub, a real life pay stub.
They're hoping other companies will now do the same. Sealing records won't solve all of Colorado's employment problems, but supporters say it will benefit employees and employers as both search for a second chance. Megan Lopez, Denver 7.
People gathering around holidays and spending hours and hours all together working on them.
Testing your mind with mind-boggling puzzles.
One Boulder company specializes in whimsy puzzles that will test even the most skilled puzzle masters.
So an ocean scene, for example, will have ocean creatures, fish and lobster and whatnot.
Plus accused of violating Colorado labor laws.
Southwest Airlines is now facing more than $1 million in fees for complaints they say are not true. And 2 Colorado pups are ready to make their theater debut.
We were shocked when she actually got the offer, because we're like, there were so many other really great dogs.
Look at him. He's done this. Look at, he just looks like he's just the star already.